Now, from the HPR studios located in the Twin Cities metropolitan area, brought to you in high definition, it is your favorite weather news of the week. From Minneapolis, Minnesota and the HPR studios, this is HPR Weather News with Harrison Rademacher. Hi everyone, and welcome to this episode of HPR Weather News. There's not a whole lot going on, but we'll tell you what's going on and a few special things up next. Without further ado, let's get to your news headlines. We're going to start the news by heading down to the southeastern United States. We are looking at getting some pretty heavy rain and thunderstorm activity today and tomorrow, so be careful in these areas for flash flooding and flooding. Later in the week on Wednesday, the storms and showers will push their way to the northeast, so expect some heavy rain moving up into the northeastern part of the U.S. Looking at the rain amounts, most areas will have at least 1 inch of rain. You can see Virginia and North Carolina, those are areas that could see 2 inches of rain. We're going to work our way westward now to the southern plains, where we do have a severe weather set up for midweek. With the moist air flowing and the cool ridge, you could expect some severe weather from Kansas to Texas. We do have a slight risk for severe weather out in this area, so be on the lookout for severe weather. Californians are going to be pleased to hear this news coming out, but we do have a cold ridge coming over California. You can see one of the firefighters here putting out the wildfire that's been going on. And fortunately, this cold ridge and reduced winds should help calm down the situation there. This next story is going to make most of you guys surprised, but over in Italy, they had a tornado there very recently. Fortunately, there are only a few injuries, no fatalities from this. Alright guys, it is time for the forecast quiz question. So, on May 3rd, there was a solar flare. Now, how many miles long was this solar flare? If you think you know, we'll ask you to shout it out after the forecast. This is going to be a test of the HPR emergency alert system. This is only a test. No action is required. You have just heard a test of the emergency alert system on HPR. That was only a test. No action is required again for this message. In a real emergency, the system will be used for severe weather and civil alerts. Once again, this was only a test. It's time to shout out your forecast quiz answer. Ready? Go. The correct answer was 120,000 miles. Here's the eruption itself. As NASA describes it, it even looks like a tornado just erupting from the sun. Here's an interesting story over in Buffalo, New York. This is an old train station you see that was built in the 1930s and was closed just around 1980. It's just sitting there now, resting away by the weather. Time to explain the fail story. So, I was at swimming this weekend. While swimming the 500, someone in the gym in the location we were at wasn't being careful of their surroundings. So when they were playing a game of ball, a ball hit this pole station you see in the picture, and during the 500, this was the result of me having to walk out of. As you can see, I had to walk out of the pool, and I was even stopped during my race because the fire alarm was activated and it was required for everyone to leave. So as you can see, there's the alarm going off, and then I turn around and it says that it was coming from the gym. So please, be careful of your surroundings. Don't make silly mistakes like that. As always, thank you for watching this edition of HPR Weather News, and we'll see you next week for our next episode. HPR Weather News is a production of KHPR Minneapolis.